Hey man, this look pretty good, man. Where your clothes at?
You done messed up, Aaron. Now
Number 15. Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day. Lettuce, mayo, pickle, ketchup, it's okay if I don't.
If you had a chance to ask God any question and get the answer immediately, what would you ask him?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't think I would ask God a question. I would just give him thanks.
That's okay.
I used to ask why, but guess what why stands for? Who hurt you? Guess what it stands for again?
What?
Who helped you? Guess what it stands for again? What healed you?
Ooh.
So then when you ask them questions, you find your purpose. So I feel like there's no reason to ask God why. God does things to build you, not kill you. So I don't think I would ask. I would just give God thanks if I had to ask him a question.
Yeah.
A 1, 2, 3.
What's your church's policy on LGBTQ? Oh, we just love everybody. Everybody's welcome here. So would you officiate a gay wedding? And I take it to mean, in this case, you would not, because you don't believe God blesses gay unions, so you would not officiate a gay wedding. Yeah. How about staff roles? Could a gay married person become a pastor on staff at your church? No. A gay couple, again, is more than welcome to be part of our church. Right, they're still welcome. Probably not in your kids' programs, because that would make parents nervous. And you see that that is not love. That's not everybody's welcome.
Hey, hi, welcome to Juice Town, where all of our juice is freshly made, non-GMO, organic, and locally sourced. What can I get started for you today?
So I'll take a cold brew, large with 2 pumps of vanilla, please.
Oh, so unfortunately we don't have any coffee here, but if you don't like juice, no worries. We can sell you organic fruit, we can make you a fruit salad, and then we also have bottled water. So if any of that sounds good, we're happy to help.
No, thank you. I'll just take the cold brew, please.
Unfortunately, we don't have an espresso machine or coffee beans or any cold brew brewing, you know what I mean? So we just don't have the capacity to sell that to you here. I'm so sorry about that, ma'am. So it's also not a part of our business model to do coffee here. We buy fruit from local farmers and then we sell it to clients who value organic juices. No matter your politics, religion, race, or gender, we would be happy to sell you fruit, juice, or bottled water.
You are so hypocritical. Would you at least let me work here?
So would you be willing to sample all of our juices in the first 3 months of working here so you can recommend it to clients?
Bring my own espresso machine into the store and I'd be making people coffee.
Have you considered looking for employment at a coffee shop? It seems like their values and yours might align a little closer. And I mean, they operate espresso machines all day and almost all coffee shops sell cold brew now.
I mean, I just want to drink my coffee around juice drinkers and feel like a juice drinker. And I mean, I kind of like your necklace.
Oh, that's so flattering. It's less of a coffee shop and more of a group of people that gather to express an interest in organic juices or to celebrate why we already love it.
No, I need for you to do what your sign says and actually sell juice to everyone.
Absolutely. We have some amazing juices here. So here's a menu of all of the juices that we offer. If you don't like our house recipes, you can always mix and match and create your own.
No, I want a large cold brew with 2 pumps of vanilla.
Okay, so my question for the content creator at the beginning would be this. You are absolutely welcome at church, and are you aware of what usually goes on in a church? And so usually most churches start out with singing, and so we sing songs that talk about how God's ideas are better than ours. And then there's a pastor that comes up, usually a man, and preaches a 20-minute sermon and talks about how God's ideas are better than ours. And then we break into small groups, which is the Sunday school you kind of referred to when you talked about leadership positions. And so we break into small groups and we talk about how God's ideas are better than ours. And then when we talk to our children, we tell our children that God's ideas are better than ours. And I'm a little confused that of all the people that could officiate your marriage with your partner, that you would want to choose a man who's dedicated his entire career to teaching people about a book that says God's ideas are better than ours. I mean, I just don't think like that's the most meaningful person for you, given like your values. And are you welcome to come to church and learn about how God's ideas are better than ours? Absolutely. But that is what we talk about there. And I'm not sure if you're just like wanting to hang out with Christians, that church is the best place to do that if you really aren't interested in that idea. If you just want to hang around Christians, I would suggest going to farmers market. Usually there's like some booths with like Christian t-shirts or Christian jewelry. And that might be a great place to just like have a conversation with Christians where you can gather around things you do have in common, like a love for local businesses, a love for local farmers. That might be a really great place to interact with Christians in a way that feels more inclusive for you.
God really killed somebody because they pulled out during sex. And I think of this every time somebody's in my comments telling me how God always serves justice.
God kills Onan because Onan is sexually exploiting the woman in question on top of failing to perform a cultural duty. In the ancient culture surrounding the story, it was custom if a married man died without having children, then the man's brother was to take her as a wife, give her a child, and this child would be a way for the dead husband's name to continue, and the child would inherit the dead husband's estate. The idea here is that the dead husband would have an heir. Onan, we are told, doesn't like the fact that the child would not bear his name. Rather, what Onan does is he has sex with the widow, but pulls out so as not to impregnate her. In doing so, he is using the widow as a sexual object and taking advantage of her. Onan is using the widow for his sexual gratification and denying her the much-needed heir that the widow was expecting him to give her. Based on the wording of this verse and the nature of the issue, it's likely that this was a repeated offense. As we all likely know, one attempt at conception is rarely enough. They were likely having sex repeatedly in order to bear a child, and Onan was repeatedly sabotaging those attempts so that he could continually have sex with the widow. For as long as the widow remained without child, Onan had an excuse to keep having sex with her. This is a story of blatant and disgusting sexual deception and exploitation on Onan's part. And if you can't see how this is something morally repulsive, then I think there's something wrong with you.
Watch how the joy of the Lord radiates out of this man. This is so sweet.
When you get to heaven, what are you going to ask God?
Why'd you choose me? like, who am I that you chose me? I can walk on the streets made of gold. You got a house for me up there? Look at those streams and rivers and angels. Oh, it's good to go. I couldn't stop smiling down here. I'm going to stop smiling up there.
What do you think he would say of you?
You could have did so much better. I had so much more for you. You big dummy.
What do you have to say to someone who's trying to believe in God but can't?
I heard it from a young boy. God, 15 seconds of your time. Bow down and say, Lord, if you're real, make yourself real to me. Speak to me. My God has been great to me. And I appreciate you coming around to encourage me and invigorate me again about my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
If you know that the joy of the Lord is real, tap subscribe and follow now for more.
Everybody's so creative. See how that looks like we probably wasn't supposed to do that, but we did. There's no other reason you would do it that way. See how it looks like you probably wouldn't want to see that, but you're seeing it here. See how beautiful that looks?
How come we can't ever have just like a salad?
Be grateful, Juan Pablo. Today is especially delicious.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
Enough. Back with another milk. Hey!